here, and welcome to another stream. And today we're going to be doing the Cardinals rebuild. Now, the Cardinals are projected to be, well, in my opinion, the worst team this year. And it doesn't really matter what happens. Kyler Murray doesn't really have a lot of playmakers. Yeah, sure, he does, but he doesn't really have a lot of playmakers on the O-line, as well as the running back position. So, how is he really going to do anything? As well as this defense, which is also now extremely terrible, with the losses of Zach Allen, J.J. Watt, Byron Murphy. It all makes some pretty big holes on that, what you could have been a stingy defense. So, yeah, this team has a lot of holes, and I'm also changing the scheme to 4-3. We're changing also the offensive scheme to West Coast Power, and we're gonna change the playbook though, the defensive playbook to KC. But for now, we're gonna be running with Arizona's offensive playbook. So, yeah. But let's just make some trades, Let's make this team even worse. But let's also just try to get rid of some of these very bad contracts. There are rumors of Bua Baker being traded, so let's go trade Bua Baker. Sucks, but I don't want to do it. But I kind of have to. I'm just looking at like the lotto offers, and see what we can get. So for the Commanders, this is not a bad offer. Getting Curtis Samuel. I know we don't need another receiver, but we will be trading DeAndre Hopkins. So he wouldn't be a bad receiver. DeAndre Payne and Derek Forrest could both be big players on this otherwise pretty bad defense. Tony Pollard, Jalen Phillips in the first can definitely help in this rebuild, which again they technically shouldn't have, but that's whatever. Devontae Smith and Colin Wallace could be both good players at their positions respectively. AJ Terrell, could it be? That might not be. That might be my pick, but I don't know. I think what I might want to do is reunite BJ and Z. I'm not gonna do that though. But there's nothing really I guess, impressive in here. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do, and I feel like he might want to just be on a team that's in a win now mode situation. So why not just go trade him to Green Bay? Makes sense. So I would say 2 first-round picks, and I would like to get a player though at least, so that it makes it a little more easier for us. There's not really anything here. Then I'll ask for a second next year. Alright, trade accepted. We're getting all these picks, so it's going to help out with the rebuild though. And now, let's go trade Kyler Murray and Marquise Brown. I don't really want Kyler Murray as my franchise QB, especially with his contract, which is god dang ridiculous, but it's totally just something I want to get rid of. But before we do anything, I wonder if we can get trade offers. We can't. Obviously, I'm not going to just do a QB swap because I don't think that's going to be realistic at all. So, yeah. There aren't really any good offers at all. Just to be honest. Brian Burns, you're really about to trade one of your only good players on defense. I don't think that's a great idea. But I think just Arizona would seem a very likely place for him to go to, even with Anthony Richardson. But how about this? 2 firsts and one of your second rounders. that's not enough. But 2 first-rounders and Zach Moss. You know, just give us a... No. Just 2 first-rounders? Okay. You know, that could work, though. We can work with that. Then DeAndre Hopkins. I'm also going to try to cut or trade all of these mediocre offensive linemen. As well as Zach Ertz. And I think that might be it. Yeah, that would be it. So, let's start trading. So, we're going to start off, obviously, with DeAndre Hopkins. See what we can get for him. Just a player swap like that? I don't think so. I know we do need corner, but I'm not going to just do something like that. It's dumb. We also don't need really a left tackle when we just drafted Paris Johnson. Jawan Benton, this is not a bad offer. You know, we can also upgrade Robert Stevenson because he's definitely not on 79 overall anymore. But, okay, yeah, I think I might have to accept this one. Big Jeff, the first, and a 5th rounder. I think I have to. Like, that's something I just cannot pass over. It's just something I can't. So now let's start training our linemen / tight ends. DJ Humphries and Rodney Hudson. Now these trade offers will be significantly down than we have seen in the past, but that's totally okay. Wyatt Teller isn't a bad player, it's just like he's a little too old in my taste. I like this offer. I mean, yeah, the players don't suck, but Asante Samuel Jr. is not a bad player at all. Jalen Phillips. It's nothing like mind-blowing, but let me just try to see the team that... I don't want to first... I think we have plenty of first-round picks, so maybe like 2nd and a player could be very nice. So a 2nd and Alex Highsmith. You know, you're getting 2 solid offensive linemen. Alright, trade accepted. We're also going to be upgrading Alex Highsmith, so there you go. We don't really need the pass rushing position that much anymore, which is nice. So, we're pretty much making this defensive line a lot better than what it was, which is nice, but we still have a lot of holes in the roster. So we only have about 4 more players left. Actually, 5, actually. So we're going to trade Justin Pugh. You know what? Let's trade him to the Bengals. And I'm really just asking for like a 4th and a 5th for Justin Pugh. Nothing really spectacular. And that trade is accepted. Now we only got 4 players left. So maybe Will Anderson, Will Hernandez might just be a guy I might keep this year, but it's just my opinion. Which team does need right tackle? That's what we want to find out here. Packers? I mean, I know we already, like, they don't really have a lot of draft capital, so why do I bother? You know? Dolphins? I'm just want a 3rd for this guy. Alright. You know, just a 3rd round pick. That's actually pretty useful that we could get a potentially solid player out of the pick. And then the last, you know what, let's go trade Will Hernandez as well. Just might as well. Just give us a better draft pick. Zach Ertz, James Conner, and Will Hernandez. Let's see if I can try to get a 1st round pick out of all these players. I mean, I don't think we can, but who knows? No, we can't. Okay. But let's just see what we can manually work with. So we can get or well, not just offers in general from Otto. Javon Johnson, you know, nice piece at corner. I also like this offer because at least we also get a solid backup tight end option. Regine Grant, Malik Walker is a solid player, and I also will be changing his depth piece if I would have won him. Again, with Ezekiel Jalari, I kind of just want to get Ezekiel Jalari. I don't know why, but I really want him. I know we got Alex Highsmith, which did no. But this team does have a lot of need for these players. How about let's try to get the first round pick from the Raiders next year. Alright, trade accepted. So there we go. Now we're done. Our offense is a piece of crap, and Colt McCoy is our starting quarterback. Rondell Moore might be just a later trade piece. Not now, but later. Marquise Goldwyn, he'll just be cut. So we have 51 players remaining in our roster, if you even want to call it that. And we're going to move Alex Highsmith to left end. And at least now we actually have, you know, it seems like a potentially good defensive line heading in this rebuild. So that's something that we could just keep an eye on. Let's say. So, yeah. But obviously, am I expecting this defense to do something crazy? No. No, I don't think so. But this defensive line is definitely a lot better than as it is. So, we are currently... So, we 76 overall on defense. We don't really have a need at safety. Or on the defensive line, really. We just kind of need corner and linebacker. And on offense, we pretty much need everything. Except the left tackle, maybe. And also potentially tight end. So, a lot of holes, but we did definitely address some of them with trades. So, it's not bad. It'd be better, but it could also be worse. The problem is that we're going to be paying Big Jeff soon, I think, and that's going to be an issue. And I honestly don't think we might even have the cap space for it. Because, we traded Kyler Murray, and he kind of, had probably, I bet you, some negative saving money clause, so, yeah. But we're going to simulate it to the regular season. Just get our scouts prepared. I don't know why I always do this, but every time I make, one of these videos, I always record them right away. I don't know why. But that's whatever. Honestly, we're probably about to get squashed by the Chiefs. We kind of could just face that as a ideal, situation. But I'm also just really hoping that we... Oh, I also forgot. Something. I forgot to get the Texans first rounder, and I think fourth rounder next year. So, and I'll even trade it for our third round pick. So, I forgot to do that, but that's okay. But again, the rest of the picks will just be what it was the year before, because we're not gonna do something like that crazy around here. So, but it is gonna suck Yeah, but also apparently Madden just updated the player models for like pitcher models for every player for some reason. I don't know why, but they just did. So, because like, let me show you just an example. This is, I bet you, wasn't his model before. Like, there were a lot of model changes, you could say, happened. But that Texans pick is going to be very useful. That probably will end up being a top 5 pick. So, all around, this might not be a bad pick, just to be honest. Like, it's probably be a relatively high first rounder, and that we have that, this could be, you know, a quick little rebuild. Yeah, Cameron Hayward, that was not his pitcher before. That was Davian Pierce, that was in his pitcher before. Let me look for any other noticeable changes in pitcher models. Probably not all of them, I'm assuming, but some of them definitely changed. But that's fine. What's going with Rat Murphy? But I really like what we're going with right now. But I just wish there was like a GN type of role, but there's not. There's actually a top 10 interior offensive lineman, and the best player in this class is a wide receiver. So that's interesting. So I get an option between corner, quarterback, or wide receiver. Now, I feel like wide receiver wouldn't probably be the one to go with here, because I feel like we could definitely get some better ones later down the road. So I think quarterback is just probably the ideal here, just to see who's a good quarterback or not. Safety, I'm not going to go with, but I will go with tight end just because we do not know Trey McBride is that answer at that position. So, you know, who knows? So, here we had the in and outside linebacker, but another just wide receiver quarterback one. So, West is this one. Central quarterback, left tackle. So yeah, it just seems like there are quarterbacks everywhere except Southeast. But it seems like every scout except Central and West can definitely change. I know corner and wide receiver are big, but like, I don't really care. You know, let's find a wide receiver. Yeah, wide receiver, quarterback. We're going to move him to West. Because, again, I would like to know these quarterbacks as much as possible. And it's Central, it could be left tackle and halfback. Actually, you know, it'd probably just be halfback as my 2, but obviously I would like to find a position in need. Interior, or middle linebacker. I'm gonna go with interior. I know interiors usually suck, but, you know, it's just something I want to see. I'm curious. So, I'm really looking forward to how this draft is going to go and stuff. So, we're going to just simulate it to the off season, since there's nothing else really to do, because, well, we kind of traded all our players. There is no point of even needing to sign or check how our midseason mark is, because we already know this team is probably not going to succeed. Probably going to, again, end up with the first overall pick. So really, there's not a lot to do here. So that's why we're just going to simulate it to the midseason mark. and I'll see you at the off-season mark. Alright, so we are at 4-13. See, this is pretty much why I said, you know what, we're going to just simulate it. So, yeah. So we had the worst offense in the league. Also with the 19th defense in the league. So it seems like our defense was at least solid, but our offense was garbage. Our O-line actually did its part, just not quite our passing game. Jesus. So our receiver, Rondell Moore, didn't even have the most receiving yards. It was Trey McBride. Which I'm not going to complain because, well, no, I don't know if I want to trade him or not. I kind of want to, just because, like, we could get draft picks or something, but I don't know, really, just to be honest. Blocking, probably, like, did its part again, but Paris Johnson did not. Our Saxonville defense, Alex Highsmith at 21.5, Jeffrey Simmons with 10, Zaymi Collins with 7.5, but B.J. Ojolari with 5. Josh Jackson had 4 interceptions. You know, we got a lot of interceptions. Mainly it's because we were pushing quarterback. But pretty much it seems like our off-season moves kind of need to be on the offensive side of the ball rather than on defense. Which again makes sense, but we also still need to get the corner position at least to wrap up with. Because we don't have a true corner CB1 here, so... I mean... But there are a lot of bright spots. Like, for example, we don't really need to draft a defensive tackle. We don't really need to draft an edge rusher. Yeah, so it seems like our scheme definitely needs to change. And we're firing both of those coordinators. So we were running with New England's offensive and defensive playbook. But I feel like, you know, since technically their head coach in real life is from the Eagles, who's a defensive-minded head coach, let's just run Eagles offense and defense. You know? I mean, I also might want to change it to Green Bay's, just, you know, maybe. But, again, it's a possibility. But, I like the schemes that we're running with. Spread is 80%. But I'm going to go with West Coast Power. West Coast Power. Our offense, you know, again, needs some work. But our defense should be firing on all cylinders. Wait, was B.J. Ojolari left end or right end? I thought he was... Yeah, he was left end. That's interesting. And he also went down to normal development. That's a little sad. But, again, he did have a solid rookie year. And also, again, Big Jeff and Alex Highsmith kind of did most of the work. So you can't really quite blame him for that. But, you know, that's kind of all we need, really, on the defensive line. It's just 2 beast pass rushers and then, you know, 2, you know, okay players. Kind of just all we need. So let's try to address the offensive coordinator position. West Coast Power Run. Yeah, let's go with Jamie Gonzalez. He also has a bit in Staff Builder, but I want to fully maximize. Wait. Why am I not able to do it with Defensive Coordinator? Is that a new update? Let me see here. Is that like a new update? That you're only able to pick one now? No. That's interesting. Maybe it might unlock later down the road or something? Like, I don't know. That's really interesting. And a little frustrating as well, because we're not able to, you know, get that stuff. Sam Riddles, welcome as our new defensive coordinator. And I always like doing this, because, like, this here helps with the power, which that actually significantly helps with the interior offensive linemen, which is stuff that we really need to be working on, especially in this rebuild. Because we don't have any interior offensive linemen to work with right now. This, obviously, it's very more obvious we need to fix on the coverage. And then the rest can just be on player personal stuff. Just, you know, to potentially help us. But we really need to start working on, I think, just working on the offense. I think that's like our main priority. Like, obviously, yes, there are still some things on defense that we need to do. But we should still much more focus on offense rather than defense. Because our defense, again, was kind of the middle of the pack. Which, not gonna lie, I kind of didn't expect. So, there's something. But we also am running with Philly's playbook, which that's going to be nice. I also wonder if Alex Highsmith won defensive MVP. Because, again, he got, over 20 sacks this year. And he did not with Von Miller. And see, Nick Sirianni won Coach of the Year. I think now you can quite understand why I say, yeah, we should probably run with these type of playbooks. But we're going to see who we have to negotiate with. Some of them are probably not going to be negotiating with anybody, really, because I don't really think we're going to have anybody really need to negotiate with. But I'm also curious to see how our schedule went during the season. But, I'm just curious. We had 34 people to negotiate with, and we only have 34 million cap space. Thank God none of these players is something I really need to go and sign. Oh, I forgot to get Paris Johnson's rookie deal. Now I'm going to have to pay him now. Rather than later. Well, that's fine. And he doesn't even want to be here. Are you kidding me? Let me, franchise tag him. So that's going to require me not being able to sign any free agents. But I think what I want to do now is just, make sure I give him the contract that I should have given him a little bit more later. So, I mean, that's kind of my fault in the bargain, but I just wish it was set it up before, this happened. So, 3-year deal. We're obviously decreasing the salary and the signing bonus because I'm not having him playing on a franchise team. And I'll say it kind of just, helps as well. It still says that we're taking that much of a cap hit. That's not about to be happening, though. So that's about to be getting significantly decreased. See now? Now it's like 3 million. It's probably not even going to be 3 million. It might be around 1 million. Just to be honest. We're around like 2 million. Maybe? No. It is 2.25 million. So now we just don't got to worry about his contract for another 3 years. Which is what the rookie contract would be now. We only have 3 more years left in this rookie contract. But, that's fine. Big Jeff went to Superstar, X Factor, while Alex Highsmith went to Superstar. So, again, they're both like 26 right now. So they're about to be at the end of their primes and would start to progress. But, on the plus side of things, at least this defense should be working a little more interesting, to say the least. So with that now done with, we're going to see how much cap space we have left. And again, it's probably the reason why we don't have so much cap space was because if we traded Kyle Murray and we just give them a contract. So that's pretty much the reason why we're here in the first place. Jesus. By the way, is my mic on? It is, okay. I'm always just making sure that it's on. Yeah, like, again, Jamal Williams definitely had a different picture update. So there are some players around here that did get picture updates. And, yeah, you know what? Let's just not even go sign anybody. We're going to just simulate it straight to the draft. Hopefully we do end up getting somebody. Wait, actually, you know what? Before we do anything, I want to see where are we in terms of draft pick wise. I know we at least have the top 5 pick because, well, 4-13 records guaranteed of that. So we have the number 2 pick in the draft. That's nice. But Houston ended up playing a little bit better than I thought they would with the 9th overall pick. Indianapolis, close, as a 11th. You know what's funny? We have almost every single pick in the NFC South first rounders, except Jacksonville, who had the 29th pick. That's actually kind of funny. That's really freaking funny. But then Green Bay had 28, and then the second round, 34 and 48. We only have one third rounder. We have multiple fourth round picks, so maybe if we want to trade up and get a player, we definitely have a lot of draft picks to do that. And we have 3 first round picks next year, so if we don't like the players that are available, we could just, trade down and potentially get a first round pick next year. Just gives us more draft picks, so. But I think that's what I'm probably going to do with some of these picks, just to get more resources, because, again, we're not even here to win now. We're here just to, rebuild. We're not here to win now. We're here for a long-term standpoint. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to draft anybody in the first round. Oh, hell no, we still are. But we're probably going to just, acquire more picks. And oh yeah, funny enough, if you guys don't watch the Go House, please watch it. There was one of these shorts of the 3 teams that are getting slept on. One of them I did agree with was the Packers. And then the other one, I don't remember what was the other team. I didn't quite. Oh, Cleveland had the first overall pick. And they ended up getting Eric Fox. But the number 1 team was the Houston Texans. And I'm like, is really anybody sleeping on them? I don't really think so. But that's just my opinion. Okay, so there isn't really any quarterback. Like, the top 5 we have is just not a guy I want to take a flyer on. So, let's just go with one of these skill positions. Quinton Sheldon could be a nice running back to have. He actually is just freaking amazing as an athlete. And he has some good traits, too. He has some good traits as well. Or we could go with this physical Sean Shelley. He's also good as an athlete, but he also has elite strength. But I think the thing that's going to make me lean towards the running back here, I know it's dumb to take a running back in the top 5. But I want him to just fall off the board, don't I? Yeah, look at these stats. 86 jumping, 96 speed, 88 change of direction, 93 agility, 90 acceleration. That's our running back. That's our RB1 right there. And that's exactly what we needed heading into the draft. So, with Houston's pick here, what I might want to consider doing... Oh, Shawnette Shelley's still available. Yeah, I think I'm still going to take it. There's no way I could pass over that. I just can't. Yeah, sure, he may have injury concerns. But there's just something, you just can't pass on him. This is a little too hard to pass on. But with this pick, I would like to try to get some picks for next year. Just in case we might need those picks for next year. So yeah, Denver's first, third, and 7th. That's kind of what I want. We're getting Texans pick next year. Well, let's go with the Vikings. We're getting even the 3rd and 5th this year, which, yeah, we don't really need. But that's okay. So we get the 19th pick, and I think this is where we might want to take a flyer on a quarterback. Because, well, we do need quarterback. That's kind of... So I think every quarterback is still available. So I can get an option of whoever I want here. Byron Onito, he has actually some good traits, to be honest. I think I'm going to go with Brian Onito. He has an in development, which is nice. But, look at all these traits. They're all really good. They're good. So Brian Onito could be our starting quarterback of the future. Could. I say could, because, he might not. So then we got the 28th pick. A lot of quarterbacks are still available, which I cannot believe. But there are some good safeties available. And, you know, Jim Thompson's getting up there in age. And Isaiah Simmons' contract is about to be expired. So, you know what? Let's go with Derek Tuma here. He looks good. He looks good. And now, what we could do is, what I'm probably going to do here is I'm going to trade up with Jacksonville, but with also trading away Deontay Johnson, who is an 81 overall, and he's like 26 or something, right? Nope, he's 25 actually. I'm surprised that he is 25, to be honest. Jacksonville has full interest in him, but they do have negative cap space. So we do have to take one of their guys, and we're gonna go with you know what? Let's look at Chris Claypooks as well. Okay, so as expected, was not enough. But how about one of our third rounders? Because we do have a third, and I also would like to trade one of our fourth, since we do have a lot of fourth rounders. So, done deal? Yep. Jalen Johnson, third and a fourth for exchange of their first rounder, as well as the other guy. Isaiah Simmons, I kind of just not in the... I just, like... It sucks because, like, he used to, like, again, he was the 8th overall pick. And now he's just not even that good anymore. It sucks. It really does. But it's just something I don't want to do. You know, let's trade him to the Chiefs. I know the Chiefs, like, may not really need this position. But just something I want to do. First, and, you know, maybe even 5th next year. And, you know, if you're not even going to accept that, I'll even give you a 4th this year. Because, again, seriously, we have way too many 4th rounders. Alright, 4th and Isaiah Simmons for exchange of Casey's 1st and 5th rounder picks next year. So, you know, it works. So we get more picks next year, which is nice. And now, with that pick that we traded for Deontay Johnson, let's go get another frickin' safety. Let's get younger on defense. You know, that's something that we need to do, because again, we're in a rebuild. Oh my god. Yeah, this guy's gonna be a good athlete. I don't care if you have normal development. This guy's about to be a beast. So, yeah, I understand we're drafting defense, something that we don't need to do, but it's just, you know, it's just drafting players that I can't pass on. You know, that's the issue here. So now, I think this is the time where we need to go get corner. I know, again, we don't need to address defense, but we do need to get a corner at least. So we're going to get Marcus Moore. Solid player. Even has hidden development. So, you know, he could be a good player on this defense. Now, though, we should probably address the offensive line. Because, again, we don't have any really good offensive linemen. Outside, again, Paris Johnson, who did have a struggle at rookie year. So, there is one guard that's expected. Okay. So, I think I'm going to go with a left guard here in Brenton Flores. He's a good athlete with solid strength. So, you know what? Let's go with him. Brenton Flores. And it also just makes sense, because literally his name's Brent. And my name is Brent. All around, it makes perfect sense. So, now we get a 3rd round pick. And this is another pick we have to address the O-line with. And there are a lot of O-lineman options that I saw So we could go with a right tackle, which I think I might want to go get Luke Getzer in round 4. So what I want to do is go get center or right guard. But we don't have anybody at center, so I think it makes sense to go center here. Matthew McDonald. Again, kind of the same thing as the other guy that we just drafted. So let's go get him. Another normal development. But guess what? That doesn't mean that he can't play football. So let's go use our 4th round pick. That is ours. It's not all the other trades. Because the 4th round picks that we traded were our 4th rounders. So just a little mention. But let's go get Luke Gatler. He is 22, so, he's still relatively young. He is minimum in agility, but everything else is okay. So I'll go with him here. 58 in agility, which is okay. But, don't have to be, in crazy athlete players. They just need to know how to block. And this guy knows how to block. So, I don't think there really should be an issue there. So, with this pick, I think what we need to do... Because I know I really shouldn't be using this pick. Because we could let the CPU just do it instead. But, it seems like we do need an outside linebacker. Or a middle linebacker. But, I think we should go with outside linebacker here. And it seems like there actually might be better options later in the draft. So, you know what? I'm going to just trust in one of those other players, and hopefully some of them will get taken, obviously. And, that's how it goes. And this guy is relatively interesting. He is 23, obviously. But he is B in catching, B in D in man coverage, A in press, and B in zone. He is a decent athlete. But he has some really good traits. So I think, he's a good flyer here. And he has hidden development. Getting a hidden development in round 5, I don't care, it's the early round. Early point. But in round 5, though, watch out. Dakota White out of Drake just got off the board. But now let's actually go with one of those outside linebackers. Because there were plenty of them. So, I liked Vince Murphy the most out of terms of these 4. But, if we were going with the next one, it would be Cedric Simpson. So, let's see what this guy has to offer. Okay, he's a pretty good athlete. Something that, we need, especially in the later rounds. You might, let's go with Vince Murphy. I liked him. He has some good traits as an athlete, and it showed right there. And we're going to let the CPU do the rest of the draft. Our draft looked really good on paper, but who knows if it's actually going to be a good draft. Actually, though. We got some, skill positions on offense. We got a quarterback. We fixed the O-line. And we got some players on defense. We were kind of all over the place. And yes, we still haven't needed a corner. But we did get 2 corners that might be good. So, I think we shouldn't be the ones complaining here. I really do like our corner group, though. Those 2 corners that we got, they looked pretty good to me. And it's going to be a little disappointing if their overalls aren't that good. So, yeah, we pretty much might have gotten the best player in the draft. And potentially generational talent. So, hey, I really think we shouldn't be the ones complaining here. We did miss on the left guard in Kevin Rickman, who... it sucks because we do need guard. But we did get 2 of the top 5 best talents here. So I don't think we really should be the ones complaining here. We also did end up getting a good corner in the early round 2. Oh, I forgot we were doing decent overalls. Whoops. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, so our quarterback and safeties are, again, good picks, as I kind of expected. But again, Marcus Moore was a good pick in round 2, as well as Brenton Flores, Matthew McDonald, and Getsy might even be a good player. And also, again, we'll all be upgraded. Zach McGill was a nice find in round 5. Vince Murphy, another guy who I'll be upgrading, as well as Ronder McMiller, who could be a potential middle linebacking option. So yeah, we had a pretty good draft in my opinion, guys. Like, even our 7th round pick player wasn't even that terrible. That's just my opinion. And we got a solid backup guard as well. So, this wasn't a bad draft. It really wasn't. And again, I only will be upgrading this guy by 4 because, again, he was a later round pick. So I don't want to make him, like, super overpowered as a later round selection. So, because I am only doing this because these guys get treated so poorly in terms of overall ratings, and it sucks. It does. It does really. That they get treated so goddamn poorly in this game. We also got a potential backup tight end option. Like, I don't know how many times I gotta mention this. We really did have a good draft. And, we got more picks next year, too. And that's another thing we gotta mention. So, all around, we had a pretty good draft class. So, yeah, these guys are 69 overall, which could be a potential starting middle linebacker, but at least backup material. Vince Murphy will be getting, again, a significantly upgrade on pass coverage and man coverage. And I'm also going to slightly upgrade his speed as well. Just, to be honest. And let's upgrade his zone coverage, and now he's a 69. Again, we got 2 69 overall players. Actually, I think we got 3, actually. Yeah, we did. In round 5. That's not bad. And Luke Gatler, which, again, we haven't upgraded yet, could be higher than a 69, which we probably will. And he might be higher than a 70 overall. That's to be scary about. And remember, this is a guy we found in round 4. That's pretty darn scary. Like, who needs big time talent in the modern day when we draft like this? We got a 73 overall right tackle. Boom. This guy could be my franchise tackle for the long run. And Matthew McDonald is probably going to be my starting center in the long run. So, yeah, I gotta say, this is a very, very good draft class. By us, just to be honest. Like, look at this draft. Look at his 90 impact block. 93 impact block. And 90 lead block. That's pretty crazy, dude. That's some crazy stats for a 3rd rounder, by the way. 76 overall. Yeah, this is about to be one of the best draft classes that I probably have ever drafted. I'm being that pretty darn obvious. I think it's pretty obvious, but this might be one of the best drafts I think I've ever had. And just like this, we could make it to the playoffs. I mean, we have yeah, sure, our skill positions aren't quite great, but they're still cohesive, 79. Sorry, apparently I'm developing a cold, I feel like, but he has a 75 overall. And again, look at all our 1st round draft picks. I don't think we would be complaining here of how good our draft was. So pretty much we made our team the 2nd worst in the league to make it potentially playoff contenders. Like, again, and remember the Seahawks where everybody thought, oh, this team was going to suck this year. They didn't. I think this is what we're going to be. I think we're going to be a underdog horse team. Obviously, yes, we do need receiver, obviously. Maybe even a better tight end. Our O-line looks pretty abysmal. Like, we don't really have a true right guard at the moment. And, no, let's go trade Josh Jones. He is about to be the end of his rookie deal, which kind of just makes him expendable, and we can, maybe get some draft picks. We're not going to be able to because we're at negative cap space. We have no choice but to cut him, which sucks. But I have to because I would rather have my actual rookie start than Josh Jones. Which, again, sucks because we can get some good picks probably. The defense, yeah, this is a lot better. We got some, reinforcement at linebacker. Maybe not crazy, but it is definitely reinforcement. We got some better safety. Well, it's not better safeties, but younger safeties that could be potentially better than what we had before. Marco Wilson is another player I might just cut because I like. Actually, can we trade him? No. But I would like to have my rookie corner to at least start. So, or, day 3, round 5 corner, I would rather have him play because, that just helps us with our development trait and stuff. And then you have that 7th round pick who could definitely be a nice backup corner, I'm not going to lie with you. So I really like how this team is heading heading into the 2023 season. Well, technically, it would be the 2024 season. But, obviously, again, we're also going to need to change our star 3. Because, well, we don't need quarterback anymore. And I also don't think we might even need tight end anymore. So, yeah, I think we should change that. I want to get KC. Are you kidding me? Let's go against KC. I don't understand. I really do not understand. Like, what do we do? What do we do to KC that we deserve this? I don't understand. I don't. It's just so sad. Alright, let's go simulate it to the midseason mark. Okay, we went 7-5. No, it's okay. It's okay. At least we're tied for last place in the division. And it's against the Niners, so you could suck. Oh, I didn't even know we didn't even have a kicker. Oh, crap. So now we have to pay Alex Highsmith and Big Jeff. So that's actually a little interesting. And what should be our scouting focus here? I guess maybe corner? I don't know, honestly. Like, what should we focus on? I'm also just curious to see how our roster looks heading into mid-season. Okay, so our quarterback is superstar dev. I did not expect that at all. Our receiver has yet to get the dev trait. But our running back has superstar X Factor. Okay. I'm gonna go with first one free, and I don't think he's even the return man, so we'll go ahead and get him spin cycle. And I don't think our quarterback quite has an ability because he's not that higher overall yet. Oh, never mind, he does. He does have a few. I like closer and safety valve though, so I'll keep it. And how's our defense, going? Oh, Big Jeff is injured. Oh, that's not good. How long is he injured for? 4 more weeks? A partial ACL tear? Dang. That sucks. That's like our best player. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, he's our best player. So it really does suck that we aren't gonna have him for 4 weeks. So, yeah, it doesn't really seem like we're probably gonna have a playoff chance just because of that. But it's okay. Because again, we're not expected to make it to the postseason this year, but that's okay. But that's not gonna deny the chance of me not getting Big Jeff back on a contract. No. I don't want to give him a high risk. Oh, hell no. I'll give him a low risk contract, but I am definitely decreasing that signing bonus. And I'll even up the salary, so. And he is back on the team. And we got 175 million left in cap space. And there's not really a lot of players I want to bring back, honestly, so that's a good thing. Alex Highsmith, I would like a 4-year deal, and I'll give you this much money. What's a bigger? What's a longer-term contract? But you're 26. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. All right, are we gonna beat Pittsburgh? I think this is the team that I swear this team had somebody on our team. I don't know who, but I can't think of it in the top of my head. I think it was an old lineman or something. I don't remember. Yep, we're 2-6. Yeah, we're probably going to be out of the playoffs, but at least our defense made a close game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jarvis Abraham got a little dev upgrade. I mean, not dev upgrade, just a upgrade in his overall, so. Yeah. But, when we beat the Rams, if we beat them here, we will be in second place in the division. Yeah, this division's pretty bad, to be honest. So, it seems like he wanted a longer contract. For some reason. I don't know why. I don't want to give him a low-risk contract. He's just asking for a little bit too much money. Alright, he's back. But we still have over 150 million. So I don't think we really should be complaining here. But we'll simulate this game, and I guess afterwards, if we do lose, which I won't be surprised we do, I think we're going to just, simulate the off season because we're not going to make it to the postseason if we lose. Yeah, if we lose. So, yeah, we're kind of fricked in terms of making it to the postseason, which kind of sucks because I thought we were going to make a lot more progress and heading in. We're probably making like 3-14, 4-13, 5-12, and I honestly thought we were going to go like 7-10. So, I mean, that could still happen. It's very low though, so I just have a hunch that's not going to happen. Alright, so apparently I predicted our record and we went 7-10. Okay? And we ended up getting offensive and defensive rookie in the year in Vince Murphy and Kate Otten. So, you know what that means? They get debt trip. So obviously, yeah, Vince Murphy, it's not really going to help that much since he only goes to star dev. But our quarterback, though, on the other hand, gets superstar X Factor. That actually could be pretty darn big. I mean, it's not going to be big now, like, it doesn't really help that much, but it's going to help with his, development, at least. Because I don't think he is going to change the Superstar X Factor. Yeah, he didn't. Matter of fact, he even decreased into Star Dev. But at least we have now 3 X Factors, because I'm going to change it to Superstar X Factor. Either way, Vince Murphy's still at normal dev, which, again, I don't understand why they don't get dev upgrades. Like, it kind of just doesn't make any sense. I feel like it doesn't matter what rewards, you still get dev upgrades. I don't really care. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way, if you guys haven't seen their new jerseys fucking suck. That's all I gotta say. But, I mean, hey, we got 3 Superstar X Factors, and they all could potentially be generational talents. Except this guy. Maybe not him that much, but he could still be a good quarterback, or, up to like an 86, 87, because he's like 22 right now, so, who knows, there's still potential. And now, this guy is a, 86, so he gives him a little bit more, more space, if you know what I mean. Sean Sally, it is gonna suck because, like, this guy, he doesn't really get that big advantage on, well, defense that much. So, that's a little unfortunate, but that's okay. But our defense looks, pretty good. I mean, 79 isn't the greatest, but, it's still good. And our offense is heading in as an 80 overall. So, yeah, this team, as, not really good as it is, you could make it to the postseason next year. And I know I said this last time, but I said it before the draft, though, this time. 4th worst in offense, while our defense was 14th. Yes, this offensive playbook might need to change. Our quarterback, he played good, but our O-line was a little worse this year. Our rookie running back got 860 yards, so it's not bad, but I was expecting a little bit more out of the, guy who was drafted number 2. Sean Shelley came exactly as advertised, except how many touchdowns he got, but he did get over 1,000 yards, which is something that I needed him to do. Our O-line was trash. Except Brent Fuller's. Brent Fuller's was alright. Now you're like, 5 sacks is not that bad. But here's the thing. This is coming out from a center. I'm expecting a little bit better. Paris Johnson did not play a lot better than he played worse this year than he did last year. So, hopefully you guys, kick it up, if you know what I mean. Alex Highsmith, again, had the most sacks, but this time, Jeffrey Simmons, again, he did miss a lot of games. He only got 5.5, and B.J. Ojulari only had 3. So, yeah, I think we might need to get another edge rusher. But 3 interceptions for Derek Tuma, so, that was very nice. Fitz Murphy with also 2 as well. But majority of our rookies at least stepped up in terms of the interceptions. But, yes, we still do need to... I think they're, like... I'll say... Okay, so... Oh, that's probably just because of the running back and stuff. Because, he upgraded. Yep, it was because... Yeah. I can't wait for, I mean, this might be a team I might want to consider try to replay with, because, like, this is a pretty nice roster, just to be honest, that we're building here. I'm not gonna lie, our offense looks pretty good. Like, we got our main 3 and a solid defensive line. It's just we still have a lot of work to do. Like, I think Rondo Moore is going to be a guy I will be trading, because I don't want to get him on a contract at all, because I'm just don't really think he deserves a good contract, as he's probably going to ask for, so, yeah, I think I'm in a little just saying, you know what, nah, I'm not going to give you your contract, we're going to trade you. I know we're going backwards in trading him, but we're going to get more draft picks, which is something that I know we don't need at this point. At this point, we just need to start to becoming good, but it's okay. At least our defense, like, I feel like our defense heading in might be a top 10 defense, because again, we're not really losing anybody particularly good heading into the off season. But I think what we do need to do on defense is get a CB1, obviously. I think getting a middle linebacker as well. And getting another guy on defense, on the defensive line. Because Alex Highsmith and Big Jeff are going to hold that place by themselves. And again, Big Jeff did just get injured. So, I think this is the time where we need to start to fix this defensive line before... Well, let's say he got a torn ACL or something, and he's out for the year. And then we just only have Alex Highsmith getting all the sacks. Which, again, he did have it down here because, well, there was nobody else doing anything. And it didn't really seem like B.J. Ojolari is going to play any better anytime soon. Nick Bosa is just something I have to go and get. Or go get Josh Allen. But I think I'm going to just prefer going to get Nick Bosa. We also just have the cap space to do it as well. So, you know, might as well. We're going to give you a 7... You know what? Let's give him the low risk, but slightly decrease the salary and also make it a 6-year deal contract. We are the runners in heading to getting Nick Bosa, which is a good thing. But I would like to get a receiver now. Gabe Davis is the best receiver? Really? God, it's not a really beast receiver class than I thought there was going to be as, you know, players. Oh, this is Brandon Ayuk. Whoops. But we're going to go get Brandon Ayuk. You know, we need some receivers, and Brandon Ayuk will definitely help. Let's see tight ends. Okay, there's nothing. I'm just, you know, curious just in case there's any potentially good tight end option. Loon Cushenberry. He's a good center. It's just like we don't really need him. I'll give you a contract, and you'll be probably your starting left guard. Or right guard. I don't know where, but, you know, you'll just be on our team. Is there any nose tackle, though? Ed Oliver? Justin Jones just wants to be on our team. I don't know why, but he really does. And I guess I'll give him an offer, but he really wants to be on our team. I don't know why, but he does. So, and you know, just in case as well, as if, and then Justin Simmons got out. Or Big Jeff, as some people call him. You know, got some insurance. Justin Jones, who probably no matter what we're gonna get. So, yeah. But that is it. We're probably gonna also look for kickers and punters. But is there any other corner options I want to take? I feel like Clusier is going to be available. I think he's still going to be available. But I'm going to take a risk and hope that he's still available. So all the contracts have been gone, and we got all 5 of them. Okay, that's a good start. Jalen Hurts is still available. Dave Davis is also available. Dang, like I'm not giving that much money to Gabe Davis. I'll even up your salary. I'm just not giving you that much money. Just not. So I think Clusier, I hope, is available, and he is. And that's kind of what we need. We need a big time corner, and Clusier can exactly fill that role. But the problem is he just has no interest in the team. That's the issue. And even with all that, you still might not even be able to get him. Bryce Hall, you know, just a little insurance at maybe our starting corner position. And now let's go get a kicker and punter, because that's the last thing we need to do. Kyler Bash will be our new kicker this year. Hopefully. And our new punter, I would like a young punter. That is also good, though. And you know what? Let's go get Theo Khan. 4-year deal, and I'll give you this much. And he wants to be on our team. Perfect. Alright, let's see what we get here. Simulate. Clusier is still available, though. So we did get Gabe Davis, which that's nice. We also got Bryce Hall. And we got Theo. And also the kicker. But before we go, I want to maybe potentially up his contract. Let's go trade Rondell Moore. you know, we also need, like, especially with this free agent spree that we just did, we should definitely think about addressing the our cap room situation, since we're at crossroads in that at the moment. So yeah, and maybe, and again, if we don't succeed this year, it's totally okay, because again, most of our players now are on contracts, so that's totally okay. And I guess I don't think we're gonna really have to pay anybody major, I believe, as well. So that's nice. So now who needs receiver? Okay, this team does need a receiver too. And we actually have their first round pick, funny enough. This team, I bet you, needs receiver. Oh no, it doesn't. Never mind, because I traded DeAndre Hopkins. Traylon Burks is actually being decent, and they signed in Tyler Boyd, so they don't need a receiver. This team doesn't need a receiver. This team needs a slot receiver, which I could give them. A cheap cost of a second round pick. I mean, it's not really cheap, but it's not very much. So, and there you go. And this is our receiving core heading into the season. Yeah, this is going to be a disgusting receiving core. Tight end, not so much, but you know, we got a good receiving core at least. We do need to get a backup running back, though. I think is definitely something that we could address heading into the draft. Our O-line looks fine. We just need some depth at the O-line, though. Our D-line, I think, is fine. We even have depth even better. Marcus Wilson, this is the year where you're going to get cut. Actually, the probably trade is even better, just because we can get something out of it. But let's go trade it for a pick next year. Not this year, next year. Third next year for exchange of Marco Wilson. Trade accepted. So now we get the Bears third next year, which heading into their direction, it seems like they're not going to have a good year. And that's just banking. We're just banking on and hoping that we're going to get a Clousier. And we're also going to need to get a middle linebacker heading into the draft. So, just some things we need to address. But, I mean, heading in, we should probably make it to the postseason. Like, we got a really beast defensive line with Nick Bosa, Alex Highsmith, Big Jeff, and Ed Oliver, Big Jeff, Nick Bosa, Alex Highsmith, and in insurance we have Justin Jones, BJ Ojolari. That's a lot of insurance policy stuff. So Clousier, I'll give you more money. How does that sound? I'm upping my contract with him and hoping that he's actually going to sign it. And he is on our team. Alrighty. Now what we got to do is address the middle linebacker position. And also depth on the O-line. And a backup running back, as well as more corners. That's kind of it. I mean, heading into the season, we're looking like an actual playoff contender. But maybe not quite Super Bowl champs yet. Alright. So, obviously, again, our first pick should definitely be
addressing the middle linebacking position. That's for dang sure. So let's go address this right now. The problem is just like, there are not a lot of good middle linebackers. Which sucks, because again, like, this is our weakness on the roster. And the best guy, well, projected, that is 23 years old. It's not looking too hot, just to be honest. Alright, Kaylee Bailey, welcome to the team. He has hidden development, so that's a good thing. Helps with his development. And we have 3 picks in a row. I don't know how, but we just do. And I'm not going to complain. But we are going to trade for first rounder probably next year, more likely. Yeah, I'm going with the Bears. They're projected to have a top 5 pick. And I won't be surprised if they do. So, might as well, hey. They go get a left tackle, something that we didn't really need. But now, I think what we should do is go get corner and then running back. Corner and then running back. Because we do need corners. Do need corner help. We do need it. Jimmy Manning. He looks good. No? Look at the team. Doesn't matter if he doesn't have any good kick return abilities. Who cares? Now, does this other running back... Wow, we have another first-round pick. I actually think then... Unless there's like a really good running back that I just can't pass on. I think we're going to trade down here. Yeah, let's go trade down. Just because, like, again, we don't really have any need of keeping all these picks. So, what we're just going to do is, well, trade for some more freaking picks next year. No. Sure, let's go with the Texans first rounder next year. We're pretty much just trying to do is just make our team good as possible. And yet we still have another first round pick. And this one, we're trading a pick away. It's dumb, but I think it's true. You know what I actually might do instead? Let's trade both of these 2 first rounders that we have for a better corner. I mean, hey, again, we have the cap space to hold a contract here. We do have the cap space. So, I don't think it's a bad idea. And, you know, Clousier, he's getting up there in age. And we're kind of here to win now. So, might as well. Why is our right guard our second biggest need? I swore I moved... Okay. Well, apparently we're going to need to do something later. But for now, let's focus on what we need to do. Which is use these 2 first rounders to go and get a mother freaking corner. Well, that is a completely different picture than he had. Like, that was a very obvious one. Tariq Woolen. Oh, you know what I'm going to try to do? Get Sauce Gardner. It's 24, so it's not going to be easy. No way. No way. No way. We fleeced them. We fleeced them. I don't care if it's 2 first-round picks. We fleeced them, dude. That's a fleece if I ever seen one. 2 late first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. And you know what's funny? This is slightly more value than the Raiders trading Devontae Adams. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I think we fleeced them. It doesn't matter what they do to those 2 first rounders. We easily fleeced them there. And you know what? I think this is another pick we're going to trade for a player because, like, there's just, right now, no good running backs. There really isn't. So, let's try to look at a solid running back. We're not looking for anything crazy or something like that. What I'm probably going to look for, though, is a power back. You know, just a nice little power back, or, I don't know, just a running back that can play. And, you know, we have a lot of second rounders. So it's not like we're not going to be able to do it. Jamal Williams. I mean, he's not bad. It's just like he's a little too old in my taste. J.K. Dobbins. He's young. So let's go get him here. 2 seconds. And the trade is accepted. Bro, we literally... I mean, that was a fleece on their bargain, but for us, that helped significantly. Welcome to the stream, by the way. But yeah, I think we're kind of done with the draft here. I'm still surprised that we end up winning the freaking. Like if I would be shocked if we somehow don't make it to the postseason. Well, if not, well, I'm kind of going to blame it on their playbook or offensive playbook because I'm going to keep it as Philly's offense. So yeah, but this is going to be a very big trade. This is going to be a very big step up this year. So we're heading in as an 84 overall. How is our team looking, though, is the question. So yeah, this is a take a look of our offense heading in. It's pretty freaking fire, except our tight end. And then this is our defense. Yeah, this defense should be pretty explosive. Like we have we have 6 amazing corners. That's saying something. So pretty much it's playoffs or bust at this point. Because this team has some really freaking beast players. Now I'm going to be very disappointed if we somehow don't make it to the postseason. And Breece Hall is already getting trade offers. You know what I'm going to say? No. Because we're not trading him. We'll trade one of our young rookies, but we're not going to trade anybody like that. And I'll see you guys into the playoffs. I hate you. We went 9-8 and missed the postseason. I'm mad. 25th in offense again, Our offense again still sucks. While our defense, I don't know, was top 10. Our quarterback, he was playing good. Our running back did have it a little down year, but that was kind of expected because, well, J.K. Dobbins got more carries now. Our receivers kind of, were split, which was alright, was alright. Luke Getzer did not play good at all. And while our defense, I don't know, was rated top 10, and we had 3 players that got over double-digit sacks. And 3 players who had 3 interceptions and above. So you know who we're gonna blame it on? Why we didn't make it to the postseason? It's the goddamn freaking offense. So really all we've got to do is change the playbook. And hope that we don't have to lose anybody major. And we should be just heading right back in it. Wow, we have a lot of players that just got new ability unlocked. But, yeah, but how's our rookie linebacker, though? What was his depth trait? That's the only thing I'm really curious. So, nothing changed, I think, on the O-line. And defense, I don't think anything changed as well. But, that's okay. I feel like a Clusier could just be a guy who we could cut, maybe. If again, we do need to free up cap space, which I don't think we might need to, but again, just something that we might need to do. We have, I mean, again, our offense should be firing on all cylinders now, because I'm switching this to go to KC's playbook. So now, this offense, this is going to be the year where we're making it to the Super Bowl. If, again, we don't have to pay a lot of big-time players, which I don't think we do, because, again, most of our players who's on our team, I'm pretty sure are on rookie-scale contracts. Well, they're about to be their final year on their rookie-scale contracts. And I'm pretty sure, and then most of our players that we got, who are really, really good, already on contracts, like Big Jeff and Alex Highsmith. And then we have the free agents, which are, again, Bosa, Clusier, Breece Hall. So I don't think we'll sign a lot of major players, which is actually really nice, because that means we can free up cap space, or the points when we're going to have to use it, or we could go get some big free agents and hope that we can win now. One of the two. So KC ended up winning the Super Bowl. God dang it. We didn't win anything. That's sad. The Chiefs have won 2 Super Bowls in the past 3 years. They have won, 4. They made it to 6 Super Bowls, or 5, I think, in the past decade in this simulation. That's such bullcrap. We need to stop this. We really just need to stop this nonsense. So he's a 93 overall as a 28-year-old. Alright. Well, 92 technically, but, that's good. Alright. Please tell me there are good free agents. You know what's funny? We were literally tied for 2nd place, and yet we still didn't make it to the postseason. That makes that even more sad. If we just won 1 game in our division, we would have made it to the postseason. And that's really sad. So we only have 8 players to negotiate with. And how much cap space do we have? 52 million. Oh, so it's the only players is Xavier Collins? Okay. And, you know, he might not even be that much either. Yeah, he's not. 5-year deal. He is back on the team. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to, you know, be relatively quiet in free agency. Unless there's, again, any big-time players I want to go get. So, yeah. But, again, and again, if we get low on cap space, doesn't matter. We can cut a Clusier. And there's not really going to be a huge hole there because we already have Bryce Hall. So, or Bryce Hall, I mean. And then we have all of our other corners that we still have on our roster. You kind of see what I mean. We're kind of fine. Jalen Waddle. I kind of want to get him. You want to know why I want to get him? Because he's just such a beast receiver. That's why. So, 5-year deal. Decrease the salary. Just a teeny bit. But is there any, like, good corners, though? No, just a little curious. No, there's not really. Eric Stokes is decent, but we kind of already have one of those and you know. And we got Jalen Waddle. And we still have over $24 million in cap space. And I'm not going to use anything else on it. But the one thing I will do, though, it's going to be trading one of our big receivers, because now we don't need them anymore. And that is going to be Gabe Davis. I know, like, Brandon Ayuk is better, but we have a physical... Oh, he's not a physical receiver? I thought he was. That's interesting. Brandon Ayuk isn't physical, though, either, right? Yeah, he isn't. He's actually more slot, which he fits where he is. But I still think, like, we don't really need him, though, anymore, really. I mean, Waddles are already a good deep threat anyway. So, yeah, but the problem is we're going to be going down all the way to, like, 12 mil cap space. So, that's the only issue in doing this. But I think it's okay. Because I would... Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm determined. 2 first-round picks for Gabe Davis. No. First-round pick next year for Gabe Davis. Alright. Deal. So, it was necessary, though. I think it was definitely necessary. But everything will be staying the same. Everything is staying the same. And Murphy now has Superstar Dev, which I can't believe that he actually does. But he does. I'm not going to complain. So now what we're going to do, we're going to simulate it to next season. Because I don't really care about the draft, because we don't really need the draft anymore. And we're pretty much a win-now team as is. So, yeah. I don't think we need to worry. Oh, you should have did the 5, so he would have gotten even less. So we didn't make it to the first round bye, which I kind of wish that we would. But we did make it to the postseason. So I don't really think I should be arguing that much. So, yeah. Dude, Brand Ogden is about to just destroy this team, I'm hoping. I'm hoping, like, we're at least, again, the 4th seed. We're at least the 4th seed. But we're not the number 1 seed. And we are the number 3 seed. So we at least don't have to go against Carolina in the divisional round. So that's the good thing. The bad thing is, well, let's see how our team did. Okay, our offense still sucked. Are you kidding me? 21st in offense? Well, we had a top 5 defense. So at least our offense played a little bit better than it did before. Our quarterback, played alright, but our sack total went down at least. Over 1,000 yards for Quentin Sheldon. Over 1,000 yards for Brandon Ayuk. Jalen Waddle, I paid you that much money for you just to not get over 1,000 yards. Okay, that's a little sad. Alrighty. 18.5 sacks for Big Jeff. Again, 3 people that had double-digit sacks except Nick Bosa, which that was a little sad. And Steven Roach had 6 interceptions. Okay, that's pretty nasty. That's pretty nasty. But the thing is, will all that be nothing? If we don't... Dude, if we don't beat the Falcons, I'm going to be upset. Because, like, we made it this far just to get wrecked by the Falcons. Like, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be a little sad, not going to lie. Okay, we did it. It's just like... It's like a relief because we win, and it's just like... Yes. Thank God. I didn't want to freaking lose there. But, I mean, it might not matter. We might lose against the Bears, so. But, yeah. I can't believe that we're an 88 overall. But we're probably going to still lose either way for some stupid reason. Nope, never mind. We just keep cruising by. He won again. Now we're in the NFC Championship game, but we did get an injury. And it was Nick Bosa. Oh, wait. Nick Bosa, wait. Did he just got injured or not? I don't know. But, yeah, he's injured, and Mark Page is also injured. So, I mean, at least though we got B.J. Ojolari. I mean, we have him. We have him. You got B.J. Ojolari to help us out. Just in case, you know, we need it. But, man, I am so scared. Because... It goes all down here. It comes down to this. Will we make it to the NFC Championship game? I mean, in the Super Bowl. And you know what's also funny? This is another game where we had the team that won the NFC West and then the team that made it, well, somewhere else. So, this is going to be interesting. So, we're going against the Niners, who have experience, so they have the experience here, so they get the advantage. While we don't. So they get the advantage here. I know their overall, like, their team might be worser, but they actually have the experience here. We don't. So, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I'm just really, really hoping that we could just win. Obviously, again, we're gonna simulate the game, see what happens, and we might need to be jumping. So whoever wins goes against Jacksonville in the Super Bowl. Whoever wins. Okay, not a great start, but we get a 7-point backs. Backs. Okay. Okay. No, it's not looking too good. I don't like how close this game is. Alright, I'm jumping in. We're around like 4 minutes left, so I think it makes sense for us to jump in. This is a really good offense that I'm working around, so this should be easy. Alright, he's going downfield. I'm gonna slide right there, you know. Just take a little slide. Slide Pickanooger. Brandon Ayuk could be open. Yeah, he's open. And that is a touchdown. That's what happens when you just leave Brandon Ayuk wide open like that, by the way. Boom. And that's like that. We tied up the game. I am actually a little disappointed. Yeah, but we're gonna watch the game happen. No, we're gonna have it on slow mode, just in case if I may need to jump in here. So, slow motion. Next quarter. Alright, here we go. The kickoff to the Niners. Tie game, boys, in the NFC Championship game. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's actually, I don't really know if that will help us, or we're actually helping them there. I don't know. Oh yeah, they have Brock Purdy. I forgot about that. They have Brock Purdy at quarterback. Oh, So this is going to be interesting. Or not, because our defense sucks. Dude, how in the world does Brock Purdy have 10 incompletions out of 28 pass attempts? How? Come on. I know we have BGA Ojolari on our team, but come on. We drafted you in the second round for a frickin' reason. This is not looking. This is not looking well. They're just cruising. They're just getting first down after first down after first down. Come on. Okay, that was an interesting throw, but whatever. Brock Purdy, you know, in the shotgun for Christian McCaffrey. Oh, and that's up to you first. They're in field goal range. This is not looking too good for us right now. Because they're in field goal range. They are indeed in field goal range. So all they gotta do is kick this extra point, and they got the lead. So we need to make some stops here. Yeah, not using the timeout. That's wise. That's wise to not use the timeout here. It's wise to not use the timeout. All right, there we go. Nice stop. Good job, defense. We need more stuff like that, though. That's the problem. We need more stuff like that. Here we go. On the run, and that is short. We're using the timeout, and we might be in this game, boys. Alright, extra field goal. I think this is like a 49, like somewhere in that 40s yard attempt. And the kick is good by, I don't really know who, but most important, that was actually pretty darn close of missing. So that's something to point out there if they are in that situation above like 50 yards. So that's something just to point out. And there you go, nice kick return. That's a good start. 35-yard line in our 35-yard line. Thanks, Lincoln, the kick returner there. We have nobody in the pocket. Okay, that's a little interesting play call right there. And there you go. Nice pass, you know, and now we're in their enemy's territory after one play, thanks to that nice little kick return. Alright, quarterback has some time throwing it, and he couldn't miss. Oh my god, bro. He couldn't catch that. He just... Oh. But we are very close to field goal range. That's something just to point out. We are very close to field goal range. Here we go in the pocket. We're throwing the underneath, and that is going to be a first down, and we are in field goal range. So we don't need to, like, bomb it downfield or something. We are in field goal range. That's something just to point out. But we should definitely get closer for good measure. Oh, this could be challenged. I saw him out of bounds. This could be challenged, actually. Nope, they're not challenging it. And play action. And gets sacked and we're out of field goal range. It does not look good for us at all. What just happened? Apparently they completed the pass. 3rd and 14. Throwing it. And then it's a completed pass. We're using the timeout. And this. And now we're in the field goal. This is pretty close to an extra point range. And the Niners call a timeout just to, you know, have the time cool down real quick. Man, this is actually really enticing to watch. I'm gonna admit. Alright, extra point, and the kick is good, and we're probably going to be going into overtime, boys. Unless, again, they get, like, a kick return touchdown, which I hope they don't. And they're just gonna run the ball just to make sure nothing crazy happens. And there you go. We are heading into overtime. Yeah, like, you could see, like, the Cardinals have kind of overall played better. It's just like that second quarter that messed things up. And we get the ball to start off overtime. Okay. That is huge. That's pretty darn huge. That's pretty dang huge. That's pretty dang huge. Alright. Here we go. The kickoff of overtime begins. And it turns out of bounds. Okay. You know, nice relaxing move there. And here it comes. The quarterback that we drafted and I wasn't really expecting to be our franchise quarterback. Oh. Whoops. I forgot I was going to jump the next play. Whoops. Alright. Here we go. Nobody in the pocket. You really like to run this play for some reason on KC's playbook. We got time. He's throwing a deep shot. And that is caught. Wow. What a play by Shelby, I think. Yeah, that's Shelby, alright. Wow. What a big play to settle in this overtime match. My man is literally Patrick Mahomes. He just lobbed that up. Oh no, something. All the way up. All the way up. Alright. Well, now we're in field goal range. That's nice. You know, we're just gonna run the football with your boy Sheldon, the number 2 overall pick in the NFL draft. Once again, nobody in the pocket. So play action, obviously. Alright. Running it, and he finds an open target, and that is a touchdown. My boy Shally, the wide receiver. See, this is why we picked the number 9 right there. That's why right there. And I don't know why in this game, but we actually continue after this, so this is interesting. And the extra point is good. And we're 37-30 into overtime. So all we gotta do is stop them, or I think get 3 points, and they win this game. I mean, we win the game. We go on to the Super Bowl. Alright. There you go. Nice stuff right there by the kick return unit. Alright, now what we need to do is to just play good on defense. We kind of haven't did so far. Oh, that's a yikes. We just let Christian McCaffrey get that much yards, bro? I gotta remember, that's not even the side where B.J. Ojolari was, too. Just to mention. Now he's there, but he wasn't there before. There you go, play action, and another good pass. They are now officially in field goal range. What is up with this defense? This defense is just not playing good in this game. And it sucks too, because we're ranked 5th in defense. And this defense is getting railed. Alright, play action. They make all batted down by, I think, by Sauce Gardner, or Amon Gardner. I don't know, but I think it was him. Brock Purdy in the pocket again, making a play, and that is going to be 3rd and 3. Big tackle, though. Big tackle. Alright. We are 3rd and 3. Brock Purdy in the pocket. The fullback, and that's gonna be short from the end zone. And they are going to decide to go for it in 4th and 1, which is kind of just inches, honestly. 4th and inches. They go with the handoff, and it is wide open downfield, and they are on the 1. They just were short. I kind of think that was a touchdown, to be honest, but it wasn't. Alright, first and goal at the 1-yard line. And here you go, Christian McCaffrey just running in for a touchdown. So, this is not over yet. It was shown very clear. Unless they miss this extra point, then I think we win. But no. Here we go. Extra point, and the kick is right through the uprights. And we got ourselves a tie game in overtime, ladies and gents. God, it is just scoring after scoring after scoring. Who's gonna win this game? To be honest, I don't know. And there you go. You know, just another little knee. Making sure that Lincoln doesn't get that 35-yard punt return again. Our quarterback is ready in the pocket. And he has his Pearl Reed's X Factor. And here you go, in the pocket, getting pressured. But it was a nice little screen pass for just only, though, unfortunately, 2 yards. Alright, quarterback. One guy in the backfield. They're running a shotgun. Running back runs right through them, and that is a first down. Big play by the second overall pick. Sheldon. Just kidding. I should really name him that. Sheldon Benjamin. Again, one guy in the backfield in the shotgun play. And it is a fake run in his play action. And that is a completed pass to Tyler McBride. Not a big name, to be honest with you, but he gets the job done, you know what I mean. We are very close into field goal range right now. We are not even a first down away. We are running it to Sheldon, and that is a big lane, and that is now 2nd and 1 in field goal range. All we need to do is not get sacked. Again, I got a guy in the backfield. And here we go, running the football, and that is a first down by Sheldon Benjamin. Again, really what we just don't need here is a sack. That's all we need. Running back, again, another run, and that is going to be 2 yards, which will be 2nd and 8. It's kind of just like a chew clock here. It seems like what we're doing. Here we go, J.K. Dobbins getting a nice little 6-yard run. And it's going to be 3rd and 2. And once again, J.K. Dobbins in the backfield. Oh, it seems like we're going to do a little trickery, but it's just a handoff dive up the middle, and that is a first down by J.K. Dobbins. See what we're going to do here. We are going to try to make the extra point, but Niners with the timeout, saving things in this overtime matchup in the NFC Championship game. Again, very high-scoring game, to be honest. And here we go. Extra point exactly on that 30-yard line. And the kick is good. Now, this is probably going to be good enough for us to win this game, right? Yep, we won. We are going to the freaking Super Bowl against the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is actually a really cool. See, 2 teams that have yet to win a Super Bowl. I don't think Jacksonville has yet to win a Super Bowl. Heck, even make it. Arizona has, though. That's the thing. I think Jacksonville, again, still has the advantage since they actually have experience. And this team actually has a quarterback that's good. I know Brock Purdy's good, but not in the game for some dumb reason. To me, I feel like it would be like an 83 with star development, or 80, or even a 78 with star dev at least. So we are heading into the Super Bowl against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's see here. Will we win this game? And finally, end the longest Super Bowl drought, or winning championship drought in NFL history. Or I think even in baseball history. And we're going against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are also hunting for their first NFL Super Bowl ring. So, these are both teams that really need to get that ring, if you know what I mean. I want to look back in history real quick and see if they actually won a Super Bowl. I don't think they have. I don't even think they have yet to make it, even. Nope. It doesn't seem like they ever made it to a Super Bowl. That's actually kind of sad, not gonna lie. Yeah, they've never won a Super Bowl. That's pretty sad. I'm not gonna lie to you. Who won MVP this year, though? That's the thing I am curious. Who won MVP? MVP was Trevor Lawrence. So they actually get the curse of being the MVP. So that's something. And Matt Rule was coach MVP. Was our quarterback made it? No, he did not. Wow. How disrespectful, bro. That was so disrespectful. Big Jeff and Alex were there, at least. What is this? What is this? He was number 9, and he was in the NFC, by the way. This was actually sad. Sheldon made it to the top 10. That's nice. None of our receivers made it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, never mind. Eric Sheldon made it to the best defensive lineman. Big Jeff, Alex Highsmith, both went to the lineman. Linebacker, Zamie Collins, and Steve Roach made it as best corner. Well, was one of them. He wasn't the best. But we're going against Jacksonville in the Super Bowl. Trevor Lawrence, the #1 overall pick, expected to be the generational talent. Will he be the guy who ends this hunt of a Super Bowl? Or will we finally break the longest Super Bowl drought in history? We are about to find out right here, right now. Dang, this live stream has been like 2 hours. Dang. Yeah, it's been around there. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes almost. But you know what I want to do? I want to watch the Super Bowl. Because I was pretty enticed with what we watched last time. So I'm honestly kind of curious to see how this Super Bowl is going to go. Alright, here we go. So they get the ball to start, but we get the ball to start the second half. Something to point out. Here we go. And not a great kick return, to be honest, to start off the game. Just to be honest, by, I think, Zay Jones. Can't believe he's the kick return team. And here we go. MVP Trevor Lawrence. Wow, he for over 5,000 yards. And he had double-digit interceptions, which my quarterback didn't even have. So he has a higher chance of actually throwing an interception than I do. That's actually kind of crazy to think about. Think about that for a moment, though. Alright, Trevor Lawrence, in the pocket, throwing the ball, and that is an incomplete pass thanks to my man Vince Murphy. Doug Peterson, man. I bet you he's like 70 by the time the Super Bowl takes place. Man, it's gonna be sad to have to see eventually Pete Carroll to retire, because right now, heading into the season, he's gonna turn 72. Like, he's gonna retire soon eventually. Alright, there we go. Nice little tackle. 3rd and 3. I'm not gonna talk about it every play. It's just like, kind of curious. Oh, that's a big hole. Oh, never mind. It is 4th and 1. Hey, here, they're gonna go for it? Nope. Unless they, again, do the punt. Fake punt. Which they did not. Punting the ball off. This was not a good punt. Actually, never mind, it was. Who is that? Sheldon? Is that Sheldon? Yeah, I think it's Sheldon Benjamin returning the punt. Alright. Here comes our quarterback. in Brian Olanto. I don't know what his last name is, how to pronounce it. Oh, he has 14 INTs. I know. But yeah, he does have worse stats. But he is good at football. He is pretty good at football. Alright, here we go. Nobody in the pocket. We're just immediately just throwing into it. Here we go. Nice first down. I think that was Brandon Ayuk, actually. Yeah, that was. Brandon Ayuk. There, with that nice 22-yard catch. This is a good start, though. Like right now, this is a good start by Arizona. Here we go. Nice run by Sheldon. Oh, this could be a touchdown, boys. Oh, that was so close. But big run by Sheldon Benjamin for 42 yards. I think this is something I might need to do more often. You know, simulate the Super Bowl and actually watch the game happen unfold. Here we go, play action. Oh, he was very close to sacking him. And that is at the 2-yard line. I was about to say 1-yard line, if it looks like that. But nope, it's at the 2. And that was our backup tight end. And funny enough, we drafted in the 6th, I think. Was it 6th or 7th or 5th round? I don't know. Somewhere later. And that is a touchdown, Sheldon Benjamin. Wow, he's taking it up. He's not hot in this game. Sheldon Benjamin. He's not hot. He's really starting off hot in this game. And here goes with the extra point. And it is good. We're starting off with a 7-0 lead. And with the ball took second half. With the Sheldon, but obviously to accomplish all of that. It's just a little more funny. I mean, not more funny. Because it's actually from an iconic guy, by the way, Sheldon Benjamin, the WWE wrestler. And that was not a great kick stop. They're now at the 28-yard line. So, yeah. It's actually, though, looking to be an interesting game. You know, who knows? Like, we're going to get the MVP, for Pete's sake. Like, this is going to be a blast to see. A team that is the driest playoff team, well, like, has yet to win a Super Bowl, to a team that's also yet to win the Super Bowl, but also has the MVP. So, it's going to be interesting. I mean, it's like top 5 defense, MVP, then you have a really good quarterback against a good defense. There we go, and then there's going to be a little short pass there that gets nothing. And it's 3rd and 6. Alright, there we go. And about to punt it again. This is another third, like, 3-out type of drive. So, that's interesting. And there he goes, Sheldon Benjamin. Not a great punt return, to be honest, but, you know, good enough to at least get to the 20. It comes back the offense. Got a good drive last time. Let's see if they get a good drive again. This time at the 20. Oh, a little screen pass. And we're shy to first, but it's 2nd and 2 rather than 2nd and 1. Kind of looks more of a 2nd and 1, just to be honest. But 2nd and 2 here. Sheldon with a nice little first down. Nope, never mind. 3rd and 3. Sheldon did not get that first down right there. Alright. I'm assuming we're gonna run it up the middle. Right? We're just gonna run. Nope, never mind. It's a play action. And nice little pass to Brandon Ayuk, which that is a first down. Which is 7 yards to be exact. And this quarter is about to end. But it's a decent time watching it so far. Alright, Brandon Ayuk, you know, got like 2 yards in there. And that is going to be it for the first quarter. Alrighty then. Alright. second and 8. Throwing it right away, and that's going to be a first. Okay. You know, that's nice and enticing. So far, the Super Bowl's looking pretty nice, not to lie. For us, that is. Maybe not to actual fans. And that is an incomplete pass. What a deflection, I think, by Devin Lloyd. And there you go. In the second and 10, we're running the football with Sheldon, and that is going to be about 4 yards. And we're going to be in the 3rd and 6 situation here. Alright. 3rd and 6. And that is a good pass to my boy Shelly. I think. Nope, it's... What is this actually? I think it was maybe one of our other receivers, but Devin Lloyd tackle. Man, we're just cruising down the field. Yeah, we get a couple third downs, but we're just cruising down the field. Another play action. This one to this guy. Is this Daniel Waddle? Never mind. Clark. I've yet to see Waddle in the past 2 games, funny enough. And that is an incomplete pass to, I maybe think it's Daniel Waddle because I saw the jersey too, so I don't know. But 2nd and 10. Alright, another play action, and that is an incomplete pass. Now we're 3rd and 10. Maybe... Oh, this looks like a bullet. Nope, no it's not. Oh, he's running outside of the pocket. Oh, he's gonna make a run for it, and he is just short from being there. 4th and 1. I would be surprised. Nope, I didn't go for it. I mean, I was Arizona's coach there. I would have gone for it. But, hey, I'm not the coach here, and it is a 10-0 lead heading in to you know what, let's just simulate it, because I don't want to make this a little more long than it is. Alright. Jacksonville gets the 3 points. Wow, this turned out to be a slaughter here. This is a bit of a slaughter. Alright, Jacksonville with a touchdown. We are in the 4th quarter. 23-10. 2-minute warning. 26-10, and yes, we won. 26-10 was the final score of that game. We successfully, guys, made another successful rebuild. Can we believe that? Alright, but let's see how Super Bowl MVP went. I wonder how it went, though. I'm actually kind of curious. I'm not genuinely curious. Projecting top 10 offenses. That's interesting. But we won the Super Bowl. So, it's interesting. 26-10 though, like, our defense was the thing that just went straight on dominance there. Wasn't our offense. I mean, our offense again did a lot, but not quite as good as was the defense though. Just to point out. So we beat the MVP. Yeah, we beat the MVP. And the curse continues. And the only one that's yet to strike that curse was Patrick Mahomes. So Super Bowl MVP just turned out to be Brian Onoto, and both NFC South players, and Andy Harris and Julian Baldwin, win offensive and defensive rookie of the year, respectively. So not only did Jacksonville have the MVP, but they have the offensive MVP, and yet they still lost. That's interesting. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.